Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good day. So I posted the video last night of Queen Semiramis because I thought that was one of the most important stories I had ever read, and that is an actual book, just like the Book of Enoch or the Book of Giants. But since I know hardly anyone watched it, she was the last goddess of the giants, and what the book is about is it tells you what happened right after the flood. And what she says is that everybody used to be a giant as far as what we would classify as giants today, as well as the Nephilim. And at the same time, and what her story is talking about is how we went from very big giants, but then the oxygen out of the air and the barometric pressure, that's something I know because of separate information, but those changed and it made it really hard for them to breathe. And every generation or every few generations, the humans or the giants that were turning into Cro-Magnon man would shrink a little bit. That's why you have all these different giant tribes in the Bibles, because they're different generations, different heights of giants that are depending on how far they were down the generational line from the original giants. That was the first thing I wanted people to understand about that. The other thing that I thought was very important was where she says where all the giants went to. And she says that they all went to a place called Tartary, a small unknown place called Tartary. And that was a really big key for me because it tied together a lot of the who built all this, right? Who built all these cathedrals and all these things that we say humans couldn't do today? Well, it was our ancestors. They were just a lot bigger and had a lot bigger brains, a lot bigger bodies. What I've been trying to do on this channel was I started off with the crater Earth, concave Earth, and I was trying to show you what that relationship looked like. And then I moved it to the energetic flows so then I could move into the beings that are in the realm that we're in. And so every video that I've done is actually in order. And if you watch the videos, including the videos that are just, where I'm not actually talking, I'm just posting a video, those are very important. And what I'm doing is I'm putting them in order in a specific way so you can say, oh, this makes sense. He just talked about that. Or this video just talked about that. And then I'll put another one right next to it so you can connect the dots. That's all I'm trying to do here is connect the dots. And when I was talking about the energy signatures, where was I going to go with that? Well, what is the Fibonacci? It's a repeating decimal, right? It's a code. I can show you footage of light that has, or lasers that actually have letters and words that people can see. And you can shine it anywhere on a wall or anything, and you'll see literally the lines of code and data that are in our just normal world. It's just a different lens to see it through. And the point I was going to make is every single thing that is here is a part of that Fibonacci sequence, that repeating decimal that goes forever. So person A is from this, repeating point to this repeating point. That code is your algorithm, or at least that's where I was trying to take a lot of things. And I was trying to show you how everything is combined, everything. I will be planning to, I'm going to finish up the concave Earth, crater Earth, and videos. I'll probably just do one more on that. And then I really want to dig into the Nephilim so you can truly understand that, yes, there was all types of giants, what we'd classify as giants today, but it's the elongated skull. It's the elongated skull. And what you also find is once they had banned all the other giants outside of Queen Semiramis, the king forced her to marry him and had his offspring from that. Those are the original bloodlines. The 12 bloodlines, that's where they come from, because it was the man mating with the goddess. That line of succession, the Merovingian kings, going all the way back to Samaria, all the way till today, they have blue blood, right? Why is it blue? It's because it's oxygen deprived. And I was thinking about it last night, and I was thinking the only other thing outside of oxygen deprived I thought it could be is if the blood flow is flowing the opposite direction. Because as I have explained on many videos, you know, you have the implosion coming out the top, you have the explosion going out the bottom. I'm sorry, explosion at the top, implosion coming through the bottom, sucking in. And the only thing I could think is, what if theirs is reversed, which would make sense because it's the inversion. Everything that this entities, dark energy, whatever the hell you want to call this thing, that's probably good for today. Have a blessed day. Namaste.